Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel. This is Aso Tarot, and in today's pick a card reading we are going to be looking at what your person or the person that you are hopefully thinking of wants you to know at this time. So I quickly just wanted to say before we get into it, welcome to all of the new subscribers. I am so excited to have you, and of course welcome to all of my old homies, my old subscribers who have been here for a while. Of course you newbies are my homies as well. But I'm just so excited to have all of you here. And I quickly just wanted to thank you guys so much for all of the love that you have been giving me. And yeah, okay, let's get into the reading. So we have 4 piles today. We have pile 1 with the Everyday Witch Tarot and this Bloodstone. We have pile 2 with the Dark Woods Tarot and this Charoite. We have pile 3 with the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot and this Strawberry Quartz Cube. And we have pile 4 with the Tarot and Wonderland, I believe, and this little coffee Calcite. So we are going to be looking at what your person wants you to know today. If you have trouble deciding which pile you feel most drawn to, it's absolutely okay to pick more than one. Do what feels right to your gut. Just remember, with collective readings, take what resonates and leave the rest. Discernment is very important when it comes to general readings, so it's important to be clear about what your truth is and what you are feeling. Take what resonates, and if it doesn't apply, let it fly. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to decide which pile you feel most drawn to. It can be based on the cards or the stones, or like I said, if you need to check out more than one pile, you may do so. That is absolutely fine. Once you have picked your pile, you can go ahead and scroll down to the description box or the comment section where I will have the timestamps for each pile, and then we will get into your reading. Hi there, pile 1. If you guys chose this Bloodstone and the Everyday Witch Tarot, this is going to be your reading on what your person wants you to know about this connection. So we are going to be doing all of the shuffling on camera today, including oracles and everything in between. So if that is annoying, you can skip forward, but I wanted to give some people the opportunity to see all of my shuffling on camera. But we are just asking Spirit, what does your person want you to know today, and what's important for you to know. So if it can help, I would right now visualize the person you're asking about and ask Spirit, to give you a sign or something like that to help you know if this is your pile or not. It can be an animal, it can be a number, it can be anything. But we are going to shuffle everything on camera, and then I will interpret it. And then we'll do channeled messages, we'll get you some advice, and then we'll do letters and numbers at the end. And just in case you still might not know who this person is, but let's just go ahead and start. So Spirit, what does pile 1's person want them to know? What do they want pile 1 to know at this time, please? 2. So we have the 9 of Wands in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, the Page of Cups upright, and the King of Wands upright. And then, okay, so can we clarify all of these, please, Spirit? So can you clarify the King of Swords in reverse for me, please? Okay, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Can you clarify the 9 of Wands for me? We have the Fool. So can you clarify the Page of Cups for me? Clarify. Okay. We're going to take both of these for the Page of Cups. So we have the Chariot and the 5 of Swords And then on the back of the deck, we have the Four of Swords, again, to clarify the King of Wands. Okay, so let's get your oracles now before I get into everything. We're going to start with the, what is it? The Oracle of the Unicorns. So when it comes to oracles, I don't like to take them in reverse, and I won't take them in reverse unless I feel called to. But, so let's see. Spirit, what does pile one's person want them to know at this time? Nope, right there. I'm trying to cut the deck, and I'm not having a very good time doing so. There we go. Okay, so we have passion and leadership. Do what excites you, get fired up about your life, increase your energy levels in leadership, step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. Naturally, that angel always takes a tumble. Okay, let's keep going. This is the Energy Oracle. So, Spirit, what does pile one's person want them to know at this time? Okay, door to spirit, and on the back of the deck, door to romance. Interesting. And then let's get from the Soul's Journey Oracle. Shuffle these ones. I shuffled these off camera, by the way. Like, God gave them like pretty good shuffles. I don't want you to sit through everything, but Spirit, what does pile one's person want them to know at this time, please? Pile one's person. Oh, it doesn't feel right. The way I cut the deck when I'm like drawing, for those of you who are learning tarot, is like I cut where it literally like feels right. So we have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And we have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Okay. Apologies for how discombobulated all of this is. I like to try different things, and sometimes they're not the most visually pleasing. But finally, we're going to get 2 more cards from this Iris Oracle, and then we will get into it. So, Spirit, what does pile one's person want them to know at this time? So we have Noble, and on the back of the deck, we have Broken and Hatched. Okay. So one thing that I'm immediately seeing, especially with this King of Swords and this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, is that I definitely think that this is, there's kind of like 2 different interpretations that I'm getting like right off the bat. And the first one is about work, specifically work. I feel like this person, either in the past or still currently, really tries their best to maintain a logical outlook and maintain a clear head and a clear perspective on life. And I think that either in the past or currently, this person is really trying their best to not let this outlook affect their entire life. Because kind of what I'm seeing here is that this person is very like hardworking. They're very, I'm hearing detail oriented, and they're very focused on what it is they want to achieve. In terms of signs, the biggest ones that I'm seeing here are fire and air. So Aries, Leo, Sag, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I see Aries with the Fool and Cancer with the Chariot. I feel like what this person wants you to know is that They are trying to be more open-minded about experiencing new things in life. With this Nine of Wands in reverse and this Fool, I feel like this person has gone through something recently where they've kind of learned how they've been selling themselves short, and they've been making themselves limiting beliefs. That's the word that I'm looking for. They've had a lot of limiting beliefs about life, about who they are, and about love, that has really held them back from living their life fully. I think in the past, or still kind of right now, is like something they're trying to unlearn, is how to be more open to other energies besides logical shit about work. Like they're very focused on their career, and I think for the longest time they thought that it was really important to them that their career came first, and that's really all that mattered, and that as long as their career was going well, they'd be happy. But I think what this person is realizing is that they were creating these massive walls that didn't need to be there. And I think it was mainly because it was out of protection mostly. They just wanted to feel safe, and it's quite possible that they had been in a mode or in a place where they were just trying to learn from their mistakes and heal from their past. I mean, they definitely had these really heavy walls up, and I think that they are learning that letting those walls down is actually giving them a bigger feeling of lightness than it is before. What's interesting with this Broken and Hatched card and these cards, this King of Swords in reverse and this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I'm really seeing this this energy of your person. Like, I feel like something had to happen here. Maybe it was a falling out, or maybe it was a discussion, could have been an argument, or this could be a separation type situation where you've just both been on like your separate paths, and you've just been living life separately. I feel like this person has been pushed around by the universe a little bit in a way that was definitely necessary and definitely important, because either they experienced the same type of treatment that they gave you from someone else, or they learned how their behavior towards life was holding them back, and how it was hurting others, and how they were maybe being a bit selfish in the way they went about things beforehand. This person wants you to know they might have trouble talking. I'm also sick though, so I wouldn't get too caught up on like me coughing and stuff. But they I feel like they know that they owe you some type of apology, or they want to bring back the lightness that this connection once had. They have a lot of passion for you, which is really reiterated in this King of Wands energy. This person is a natural born leader, and I actually think it's really important to them that they take charge of this connection and that they are the leader within this connection. I feel like they're learning that no action is an action, and so they're trying their best to change that. But this is the type of person also who needs to do things their way in order for them to feel like what they're doing is right. With this Page of Cups here and this Five of Swords and this Chariot, I feel like this person knows that either your paths could cross and they might have to face the music, or they may not and they could just be going their own way, and this might just be something in the back of their mind. I feel like this person doesn't want to do something where they leave this connection on a bad note, or they leave this connection in a place of the right word that I'm trying to hear is like, they don't want to leave this on a sour note, essentially. And maybe they did. And so so for some of you, this person could be weighing their options of like, should I, you know, open up to this person and say something? You know, they might have a hard time admitting when they're wrong, or even just saying the words, I'm sorry. So they might be wondering if they should cut their losses and keep moving forward, or, you know, revisit that past in order to heal something within them. I feel like for a lot of you, though, this person does want to heal what happened in the past, because it's almost like they feel like they can't move forward until they right certain wrongs that they created themselves. With this Five of Swords here, you know, I feel like this person got what they wanted, but they realized that through getting what they wanted, they not only hurt others, but they realized that it feels, one, shitty to hurt others for your own gain, but also that they were still just as unhappy with themselves before as they were after. And I think they were almost even more unhappy with themselves when they did whatever they did. If this is a newer connection, honestly, I would be shocked if this is a newer connection. But if it is a newer connection, then the one thing I would say is that this person has definitely made mistakes in their past when it comes to love, and they're feeling pretty light on their feet, and they're really excited to be open to somebody again, but they want you to be aware that they are still healing and they're prioritizing themselves first, and they hope that you are doing the same. That is really important to them. You know, passion, leadership, and freedom are like the three biggest things that are calling out to me, and that is totally what the King of Wands is all about. They are all about following what makes them happy, following their purpose, following their passion, following their drive. But I think when they see you and they see this connection, they know that there's something deeper here than just lust or chemistry. They see the potential for something really big here. With this door to spirit and this door to romance, this person sees you as somebody that they could have a really deep spiritual connection with, and something that they could see being very long lasting. And I think that that is a little scary to them. With this health card, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul and freedom. This person really does have this energy of wanting to focus on them first. You know, maybe they've been going through some lifestyle changes as of recently, or they've been focusing on their own health in terms of like their mental health, their physical health, all of their health. But I feel like this person is saying that they're kind of in planning stages of figuring out what they want to do about their life, what they want to do about this connection, and where their life is headed. And I feel like they're saying, even if it seems like there isn't a lot going on the surface, there's a lot going on internally. And I feel like one thing with this Four of Swords I'm kind of noting is that they don't really know where your head is at. If you've communicated this, then I would say that message isn't for you. But if you and this person, like, communication hasn't been very clear, or you're not really sure where the other person stands, this person is definitely not sure where they stand with you, and they might be a little afraid of facing the music in that sort of way. They don't know what they're going to get from you. But with this No Bull and this Broken and Hatched, I feel like this person, you know, they want to be honest with you about everything. They want to be upfront with you about what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and where they want to go moving forward. I feel like they don't want to have walls up. They don't want to have boundaries up. But for the most part, you know, I feel like it's important for them, if they're going to be open to something, they have to not feel like they're bound to anything. They have to feel like it's their decision. They have to feel like it's up to them and it's what they want. Like, this is kind of somebody who's really stubborn. They could be a fixed sign. So the fixed air and fire signs are Leo and Aquarius, and then we also have Scorpio and Taurus, which kind of makes sense of this No Bull. This person doesn't want to lie to you, essentially. This person wants to be honest with you, and they want to be upfront about what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and they don't want to tell you little white lies and drag you along. You know, maybe they did that in the past, and I feel like they have kind of paid their karma for that, or they've they've learned how their ways in the past really didn't benefit them. I think they were focused, you know, solely just on them and what they wanted. And now I think that they are seeing themselves in more of a light of they're looking at themselves more holistically than they once were. I feel like they were basing their worth solely just on what they were making in the physical world and like what their reputation was and what their prestige was, and they were just living life according to them. They weren't really thinking about anyone else. They were just like, you know, how can I benefit myself? And I think one thing that they've realized is how much passion they have for you, and the fact that they were missing out on passion for life. And so I feel like this is the first time in a long time this person is kind of stepping into the driver's seat of their own life again, because I feel like while they had some awareness that they were only focused on certain aspects of their life, I think that they're finally awakening to the idea that their career and like their logical perspective is just one way of living, and that they can integrate it with other ways of living. So I feel like this person just wants you to know that they are becoming more open to the idea of this connection and what it might be, and where you both can go from now. You know, doors are portals, and so I feel like this person is becoming more open to the romantic and the spiritual aspects of this connection. But what is imperative for them is to not feel like they are being manipulated into this, or that they have to do this. I feel like this person wants to be the one to instigate changes here. They want to be the one to take the lead in this connection, and they want you to be more passive and more receptive. Now, you can do whatever you want, but this person really wants to, I feel like they have something to prove, and they want to prove it to you. And so it's important for them to feel ready. And so I feel like they're kind of just in these planning stages right now, because I think they're over carrying burdens that were no longer theirs to carry, or truthfully never were theirs. But I think one thing that's big for them is that they want to separate their work life and their personal life with you. I don't know, like maybe for some of you, you work with this person and it's really important to them that they see you outside of that light. But for others, I feel like maybe this person just doesn't want to talk about work if it's maybe, you know, they're the type of person who gets really stressed out, and so they just want to separate those two aspects. I feel like they want to see you as an escape from their work life, or they might already if you are with this person or something like that. But they find this connection to be very healing, and they have done a lot of healing just from experiencing this connection. It's like you didn't necessarily teach them these things. Like you weren't up here with like a chalkboard saying, okay, you weren't literally doing what this King of Wands is doing, but whatever happened or has transpired in this connection, it's really shown this person that they were missing out on many aspects of life because of, you know, the unhealed wounds that they were carrying, and the unhealed perspective on life that they had. But I think that they are really starting fresh, and they want you to know that they're afraid. Like one thing that they want to be clear is like, while they are in this leadership energy and they want to take the lead, they are very afraid, and they still have these inner fears of, well, what might happen, and well, what if I get rejected, and well, what if this doesn't work out, and you know, they're really concerned about their freedom. And so I think that they just need time. Like, you know, the passion is there. It's very evolved. But in terms of feelings, they're still kind of like this page, and they're just trying to figure it out. And they might be very uncertain of themselves a lot. So I feel like one thing they want you to know is like they're trying, but they want you to be patient with them, because I feel like these portals are opening. But when it comes to them being open and receptive to this connection, I think it's very important for them that they get that they feel like they're in the driver's seat and that the decisions they're making are theirs. They are very afraid of being like swindled or manipulated. And I'm not saying that you're manipulative or that you would swindle them into something. I think that they just feel like they can't trust their feelings sometimes. And I think that maybe they've trusted their feelings in the past and it's gotten them into some trouble. And so they're just being very cautious and very careful. And I think that there is also that element of, oh, I might have to face the music for what I've done or for what's happened here. So there's definitely some fears there. So let's get you some channeled messages before we go into advice. I want to be clear when it comes to the channeled messages, definitely just take what resonates, because there are tons and tons of different messages here. So some might be for you and some might be for others. So Spirit, what would pile one's person say to pile one if they could be completely honest here? Okay, well, let's see what we have first. I'm really sad right now. Yeah, so they could be coming out of this sadness. That's what I feel like for sure. I think they're probably sad about how maybe they weren't seeing things clearly in the past, or they weren't seeing the truth for what it was. And I think they're like sad that they were denying themselves a lot of parts of life because of their what's the word? Limited perspective. Everything I do is for us. So there could be part of them that feels like, you know, there really is the potential for something big here, which I think they do recognize, but there's still the matter of walking through that door and taking action to do that. And I do think that they have doubts sometimes. No matter how I act, I still care about you. I feel like they're very afraid of themselves. Like I feel like they have a hard time trusting that what they're doing is the right thing, and like they can't always trust their decisions. Let's see. We always have what was that meant to be? The path to you seems complicated and messy. So yeah, it could definitely be that they doubt it because they're like, oh, well, you know, what if I get a lecture? What if I get this? What if I get that? Well, and that's kind of up to them. But with this, you've always been so kind to me. I feel like they shouldn't be that worried about you, like, you know, giving them the bitchin' of a lifetime. But, you know, facing the music can be hard sometimes. And I feel like this person probably does have a very strong personality and strong opinions. So the thought of like just admitting that they're wrong or admitting fault or admitting defeat is a little scary to them. But on the back of the deck we have, I love our friendship, and underneath that we have, can we just have fun, friends with benefits. So maybe this was what this connection was in the past, and I feel like maybe they weren't transparent about that. They might just want that now, or maybe they did want that in the past. But I feel like this person is a lot more open to the deeper aspects of this connection than they once were. Oh, I dropped two, so I'm going to see what they are. We have, you're different from my usual type, and I love it, and please don't cry over me. So, yeah, I feel like this person is really just trying to figure themselves out. They definitely have a lot of passion for you, and I feel like their feelings for you are developing. If you've been physical with this person, they definitely think about that a lot. But if there's, like, a separation here, I feel like, you know, this person maybe thought that this was just, like, a physical type connection at first, and now that there's been a lot of time, they've kind of been opened up and they're not really telling themselves lies anymore. I think they're being more open to the emotions within this connection, and they're trying to lead that way. They're like, okay, I could go towards my emotions, but I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. But at the same time, this person is feeling a lot lighter than they once were, and I think that this is like a positive sign. But like I said, you know, it's going to be different for everybody. So we're going to get just some advice for you in terms of what Spirit wants you to know and some affirmations. I feel like this person, you know, because it is a general reading, like this person is kind of just, this is definitely just their energy for now. And I feel like there's just a lot of doubt within them, like, oh, is this really going to work out? I feel like this person kind of create self-fulfilling prophecies where they're like, I'm gonna fuck things up, and then they like literally do because they thought it. But they definitely still care, and I feel like they want to be open to something new. Like they clearly, like, their feelings have some merit here, and clearly this connection is something deeper. They're very aware of that. It's just that they need to feel like they're the ones enacting it, because I feel like if it they just don't like following the lead. Like they want to be the leader for sure. Very headstrong energy here. The Spirit, what guidance do you have for pile 1? What do you want them to know at this time, please? Okay, so to start, we have you're protected. It's go time. You're currently being protected. The universe has your best interests at heart. Move forward fearlessly and have courage. And then we also have yes. Yes, yes, yes. Whatever you're asking or wondering about, the answer is a strong yes. The timing is right and you're ready to move forward. And on the back of the deck, we have friendship. You're an incredible friend. You're valued and a joy to be around. So I definitely think that maybe you and this person could be starting fresh just as friends. If you want a physical component, I feel like that's going to be up to you. That's going to be up to you guys. But I think that this person is wanting to start with a friendship and just see where it goes, because they do see the opportunity for something much bigger here. I'm going to get you some affirmations and angel numbers as well. Just see, you know, these numbers might be related to this connection or something like that. But it does seem like the energies around this connection are very, very favorable. So I would say that this is like your person is feeling guided to do these things. You know, the King of Wands is highly connected to spirit, and it kind of seems like they're taking their logic and putting their logic in the back seat for a little bit, because it's kind of made them mess up in the past, and they know that they can't always rely on it. But Spirit, what affirmations and angel numbers do you have for pile 1? What do you want them to know at this time? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I think those are meant for you guys, so I'm going to take them. Sorry about my voice today. Okay, so the first one we have is 777. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness is in your soul. I am in the flow. And we have 19. Independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and work and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire. I am a pioneer. Yeah, I feel like you and this person share a lot of similarities. There could be a lot of mirroring energy here. But I feel like I'm kind of just confirming all the things that you felt intuitively. And I think that's because you and this person are probably a lot more in tune with one another than you might be led to believe. So I definitely think that Spirit is saying, like, you know, if you're wanting things to change within this connection, if you're wanting a fresh start or something new here, or like a new beginning, I feel like that's something very possible. And I think that Spirit is just telling you to follow what your gut is telling you, because it will not lead you astray. So let's get you some letters and numbers now. So Spirit, what letters and numbers are relevant to pile 1? Okay. So I'm seeing like doc, so maybe somebody's a doctor, like the medical field could be important. Also have DC, so maybe like Washington DC or like DC Comics could be something. We also have an H, we have an N, I'm hearing New Hampshire. Also seeing Doc and Dawn. We have double C's here, so somebody could have like double letters in their name, or Chanel could be important in some way. We also have a Q as well. So then we also have, in terms of numbers, we have 2 4s, we have a 7, we have 2 5s. So with both of these blue 5s, I feel like Spirit is saying that you both need to change how you communicate with one another. And I think the most important thing when it comes to communicating with this person is authenticity. Just be honest about how you feel and be honest about what you want. You know, I feel like this person is going to take your word for whatever it is. They're not going to read into it. So if you want something more, make sure to communicate that. But if you don't want anything, then also communicate that as well. I feel like this person will believe whatever you tell them. We also have a 2. We have those 2 4s. And what I think is beautiful is that the 4s are in pink. And pink always makes me think of unconditional love. And I think that if you create this solid foundation where you can trust what one another is saying and trust what's going on in this connection, then you guys will have this solid foundation to move forward to something more if that's what you want. Then we also have a 6 or a 9, however you want to view that, and a 7. So pile 1, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through if you did. Definitely let me know down in the comments how it resonates. I would love to hear. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you left this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you would like to see more readings from me. Definitely be sure to click on the little bell as well to be notified. A lot of times people will be subscribed to me and still not see my readings, so just make sure you've got that little bell on in case you're worried about missing them. Thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night whenever it is that you're watching this, and I hope you'll come back and see me again soon. Bye! Hi there, pile 2. If you guys chose this Charoite stone and the Dark Wood Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So I am going to shuffle all of the cards on camera today. I felt called to do so. So I'm going to shuffle your tarot and your oracles, and we're going to see what your person wants you to know, and then we'll get you channeled messages and advice and affirmations, as well as letters and numbers. So I would ask Spirit for like a sign or something so that you can know that this message is for you, whether it's a number, an animal, that was a shitty shuffle, anything, any type of sign that you want, whether it's a specific card. But hopefully you should be able to tell pretty quickly and pretty early on who or what this is about. So Spirit, what does pile 2's person want them to know at this time? It's important that pile 2's person, okay, well that's too many. What does pile 2's person want them to know at this time? This is important. That pile 2, no. Okay, well, to start, we have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. What else, Spirit? What else does pile? Okay. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And on the back of the deck, we have Judgment. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers for these. So Spirit can clarify the 4 of Pentacles for me. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles for me. Okay, we have the Empress. How about the 8 of Pentacles in reverse? We have the Page of Pentacles. That's the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Moon in reverse, and then on the back of the deck we have the 4 of Wands and the Ace of Cups underneath that. Okay, so let's get your oracles now. I have shuffled these already, but I'm just so in the habit of like shuffling them over and over that I might get excessive sometimes. This is the Oracle of the Unicorns. So Spirit, what does pile 2's person want them to know at this time? Okay, we have gentleness. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words with love. And we have partnership. Teamwork will get you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. Let's see. We're going to look at the Iris Oracle now. Spirit, what does pile two's person want pile two? Wow. Okay, so this came out in the first pile. I want them to know. We have something that is never truly yours. So we have broken and hatched. And then finally, 2 more oracles, and then we're done. So we have the energy oracle first. Spirit, what does pile two's person, what do they want them to know at this time? Okay, so we have indecision and anxiety. And finally, from the Soul's Journey Oracle, Spirit, what does pile two's person want pile two to know? We have courage and honesty. Okay, so this is very interesting. I definitely wonder if pile 1 and pile 2 are connected, because not only do we have the 8 of Pentacles reversed in both, but we also have broken and hatched here as well. Okay. Let me start with the tarot cards. What does this person want you to know, pile 2? Okay, so one thing that this person wants you to know, just starting off pile 2, is that they have definitely been in this mode of visualizing who they want to be with this Empress here. They could be working on some type of creative project that's linked to their career. There's a lot about there's a lot of earth energy here. We also have Pisces with the moon. But yeah, with Judgment and the Empress, yeah, the only thing indicating signs, but I mean a ton of earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This person is definitely in a state of learning about possessions. Excuse me. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of, what this person wants you to know is that they're holding themselves back, partially maybe due to pride in some way, but also they're really focusing all of their efforts on themselves. With this Empress here, I feel like they are working on creating a life for themselves where they are their number one person, if that makes sense. But I also think that this Empress speaks to you, and in the way that it speaks to you, no matter what gender you identify as, is that this person kind of sees you as depending on this person's level of self-confidence, they either see you as somebody very above them, or they see you as somebody that is a worthy counterpart. I feel like this person doesn't know a lot about their future, but one thing that they do know is that they want to create a legacy with someone, and that's why we have the 10 of Pentacles upright with the moon in reverse. There's a lot of things in their life that aren't clear. With this indecision, I think that they can see their life going in many different ways. But one thing's for sure is that they know that no matter where their life goes or where they end up, they want somebody by their side, and they want somebody that they view as a good partner and as a good teammate, and as somebody that's beyond just them, if that makes sense. I feel like this person for a long time hasn't really known what they've wanted, or what they've or maybe it's not that they haven't known what they've wanted, it's that they haven't known what they have what they've deserved. I feel like they are starting to learn their self-worth a lot more, which is why they've been in this energy of conserving themselves and giving to themselves and allowing their, what's this word? Allowing their wants and their needs to be heard for the first time. I feel like for a long time, this person was not listening to themselves, because I think that they probably had it rough growing up and they probably were treated really poorly by others. I feel like this person does have a lot of anxiety, not when it comes to this connection, but also when it just comes to being around others and not being afraid to be themselves. It's like, I feel like this person learned how to not give a shit about others or not give a shit about what people think of them from a very, very early age. And I think what they're realizing, because of this independence that they've had, I feel like them admitting that they need somebody or admitting that they want somebody or that they want some, like they need support or need help is very difficult for them. And I think one thing that they want you to know is that they've realized, they have awareness now that being open to somebody else wouldn't make them weak. And I feel like they're trying to build up the courage right now to be honest with you about how they're truly feeling about you. Because one thing's for sure is that I don't think that they are indecisive about how they feel about you. If anything, I think they're indecisive about telling you about how they feel about you. With this broken and hatched here, this came out in the last pile, and so that's why I almost wonder if this is opposites of the same coin or something like that. You know, maybe one sounds like you and one sounds like this other person. Doesn't have to be, of course. But I feel like this person wants you to know that they don't care who you are, what you do. They see you as worthy of investing in. With this Page of Pentacles here, I feel like this person wants to explore and see where this connection could go. It's like they don't necessarily, they're not saying that they want to get like married tomorrow and you know, have everything. But what this person does want is to explore what could be between the both of you, because they're very aware that they're unable to escape how they feel about you. And with this 10 of Pentacles here and this Moon card being in reverse, I feel like they were also really focused on their career for a long time, and they didn't know what they were doing with their career. And so that probably held them back in terms of like committing to any sort of love. I'm also called to notice that here we have 27 and 72, and here we have 8 and 18. So there's a lot of 8s here, as well as kind of like mirroring images. This person is learning how to be kinder to themselves and nurture themselves. I feel like they see you as an ideal partner, and I think that this person had some codependent lessons that they had to learn. And that's kind of what they've been learning away from you. I think that they've been learning that they don't have to be away from you though. So like if this is a newer connection, like what they want you to know is that maybe they've never anticipated being open to somebody before you, or maybe they've never anticipated being open to love again. And I feel like it really scares them. I feel like the outcome of this connection really scares them in a way that they don't want to admit. Like, I think especially if this is a connection with history, maybe you recently started talking again, or maybe this is just a newer connection where this person has dealt with a lot of hardships in the past. I feel like this person is at a place of surrender within themselves, where with this broken and hatched, they've kind of just learned how to trust the universe and go with the flow. And I think that one thing that they're trying to work on, I kind of notice this distinction. There's a lot of red in these cards and a lot of purple in these cards, which can represent the root and the crown chakras. And I think that this person is kind of realizing that they need to act upon the things that they feel called to do. And one of the things that they feel called to do is be honest about their true feelings for you. Because I think that they're fully aware that they're not going anywhere and they want some type of harmonious connection with you. I think that's something that would make them very happy. And I think they want to just, it's like they don't want to like, you know, move in together tomorrow, but they do want to see where this could go and put a little bit of their time and energy into it. I think before they were really focused on themselves and putting all their energy into them, or just if not putting their energy into themselves, just keeping everyone else out because it was scary to face whatever was going on internally. But I think this person is also learning lessons about abundance and like monetary wealth. And I think this person is learning that like how money really can never buy happiness. I feel like this person is either in a place of abundance at this point or much more abundance than they once had. And I think that they're very aware that it will not keep them warm at night like another human will. It will not satisfy them the way another person can. And I think that this person is finally ready to open themselves up to somebody else. With this gentleness card, I feel like they were very hard on themselves. Like, you can't be open to someone until you are this empress or emperor. Doesn't really matter. You can't work on your work doesn't matter until you have something to invest in. Like, there's just kind of this energy of like, I can't have something until I'm good enough. And I think with this something that is never truly yours, they're realizing that being quote good enough is something that comes from within. It's not something that they're going to earn. And so I feel like they're in this place of wanting to revisit a past situation or like a past connection. If this is a past connection, they want to revisit it and be open and honest about how they were feeling. I feel like they really had a lot more they wanted to tell you in the past, but they were confused about what it is that they even wanted. And so they were really afraid to put themselves on the line and then be rejected and then find out that like that's something that they wanted, which would make it even worse, or put themselves on the line and then have it be reciprocated and then realize maybe that's not something that they want and then create even more strife and even more hardship within themselves. But I feel like with this broken and hatched, they're finally being open to their inner strength and realizing that they have to be honest about their feelings. You know, they can't just hide them forever. And I feel like they do want harmony here. And I feel like they want to bridge these two worlds between you and them. And they're having the awareness now that if they're not open and honest about this, then like you're not a mind reader and you'll never be able to figure it out. So I feel like this person is kind of just in the process of like recognizing that at this point they can't even focus like on work and stuff because something that's happened within this connection or something that is going to happen in the near future with this connection is just weighing on their mind, and they just want to make sure that they do everything correctly and that they don't, I'm hearing like mess it up this time, or which if they actually messed it up I think is up to you, like the viewer. It's kind of maybe up to subjective interpretation, but also I think that I think they are definitely overthinking this. Like maybe if they haven't seen you in a while, they're probably really nervous about that. Um, but if there's no, but like for example, because I do feel like for a lot of you this is kind of a separation type situation. If it's newer, like I said, this person is definitely wanting to be honest with you about their feelings and wanting to be honest about where they stand and how they view you, but they are afraid of being open and being gentle and being like vulnerable because that is scary and they don't want to get hurt. But at the same time they kind of are having this like, well, I can't sit with my thoughts forever. I can't sit with this forever. So I feel like what they want you to know is like they know what they want now and they're more open to things than they were before. Now, what actions they may take is different because I'm reading the energy, but I think that they are hoping for some type of opportunity to sit down and be honest with you about their feelings. I feel like they're maybe still considering not doing that because they are indecisive. Their anxiety is really the biggest thing holding them back here. And I think that they might use work as an excuse to like not focus on this situation, or they might at times feel like they're not good enough yet, but I think that they're overcoming that. And I think that they're learning that they don't have to solely rely on themselves. I almost feel like this in this Four of Wands, like this is them. Like they're almost like the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge, if you've ever seen Dora. You know, like he's just vibing under his bridge, just chilling. And you know, I feel like that your person is kind of realizing that they want to be open to something more again, and they want to ground an actual like relationship into reality. Like they want to ground all these dreams that they have. You know, this is Pisces energy, and I feel like this person typically likes to keep romantic fantasies like in their dreams. Like they're very afraid of being open to love in real life because it's not as gentle as it is in their fantasies. And I feel like they think they're with something that is never truly yours. I feel like this person is always very afraid of losing people or losing love or even being open to love. So they're like, why would I be open to love when I'm just going to lose it? So I think that this person has had to reach a point of surrender where they're like, okay, at this point, it's just life, and I have to be afraid to face that. They're finally trying to be honest with themselves and overcome this anxiety that they feel, because I think that they've realized they want harmony within this connection, and I feel like they just want joy. They want celebration. They might want to get married to you, have a legacy with you, and maybe they're not mentally thinking like, yes, this is what I want, but they're like, I could potentially see that, and so I want to be open to the idea of seeing where this relationship could go or where this connection could go, because I think that this person, one, is feeling a lot better in themselves than they once were, but two, I think that they are also learning how to enforce boundaries better and be more open and honest about their feelings. But I do see that hesitation still. Like they still are afraid, and they still are unsure of themselves. So it's kind of like this process of, I feel like they're just banking on when the time comes, like they'll know what to do or they'll know what to say, and they're just like trying to trust themselves. So let's go ahead and get channeled messages. And like I always say with the channeled messages, you know, take what resonates, which look, I just cut them and it says, can we start over? Which I think for a lot of you is what this person wants. I feel like they're tired of the lack of clarity. They're tired of not knowing what's going on here. And I feel like they just realize that these feelings ain't gonna express themselves. So they're like trying to figure out how they want to do that and how they want to be honest. And you know, I feel like it is taking a lot for them to overcome the anxieties that they feel, because I think they really don't want to be rejected, and I think that they're really afraid, you know, if they did get rejected, then they wouldn't even have like the fantasy of you. And naturally this card's like flying out, so it clearly must be meant for you. Which I'm pretty sure it's that can we start over? So that one clearly wants to be there. But like I say with the channel messages, you know, take what resonates. If whatever doesn't, just let it fly like the wind. You know, with general messages, we've got a lot here. So doesn't apply, let it fly. But Spirit, what does pile 2's person want pile 2 to know at this time, please? Okay, we have I hear you in music, and we are a match made in heaven. Maybe that's that judgment in like the typical judgment card. I think there is Archangel Gabriel, I believe. Maybe not Gabriel, maybe, I don't know, one of the archangels. So, you know, maybe they are just realizing that I want happily ever after with you. I feel like they definitely want happily ever bawling with you, but bawling in like a, not a crying way, in like a, we're making money type of bawling. My heart skips a beat when I see you. And on the back of the deck, I want to take control of this connection. Yeah, I think, underneath that, we have you're my soulmate, and I worry about us a lot. Yeah, I think that is pretty clear. This person definitely worries about it, and like, I'm still healing. Yeah, like they're still figuring this connection out. And yeah, with like this connection is overbearing at times. Like they are, I feel like they're afraid of their feelings. They're afraid of like how strong they can be. I think they're afraid of being vulnerable. But I think this person has a really hard time connecting with people and opening their life up to somebody, and so I feel like even just the idea of being open to somebody is a big deal for them. And so the fact that they are kind of like not able to get over this, I feel like they're kind of surrendering to the idea of like, well, if this doesn't seem to leave my head and I've gone through all of this healing and it still isn't changing how I see this connection, then I guess there must be something more to it. But we're gonna get you, the viewer, some advice now and see what this person, or what advice Spirit has for you. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 2? What do you want them to know at this time? Pile 2, please. Okay, well, we just had these two guys come out. On the back of the deck, we have surrender. Trust that the universe is working behind the scenes for you. Your manifestations will materialize when you truly surrender. And then, what was this guy? Enjoy the process. It's time to stop and enjoy the present. Your future is being taken care of by the universe. Then we also have trust and receive. Amazing work. Your persistence is paying off. Trust the process and expect to receive very soon. And then finally, we have focus. Remain completely focused on exactly what you want. The best is yet to come. So I feel like Spirit is saying, like, if this is like what you want, you know, follow what's right to you. Like if this sounds like your situation or this sounds like the person you're asking about, I feel like Spirit is just saying, you know, hey, this can definitely happen. Especially, okay, I'm just gonna be honest, like if this pile is connected to pile 1, yeah, y'all are kind of on the same pages in different ways, and I think that that's just like more mirroring energy. And so I think that you both are kind of ready to maybe approach, you know, especially if this is a separation situation or you haven't seen this person in a while. I think you both are open to the idea of starting over, but also making things right this time. So we're going to get you some angel numbers and affirmations. So Spirit, what angel numbers are important for pile 2? What do they need to know at this time? Okay. Let's get you, I want to get you 3. Okay. So, we have 23, 26, and 16. So, 26 says, you have a desire to succeed and will feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. Your intuitive awareness of what people want allows you to come up with innovative solutions to meet their needs. I am tactful. Then we have 16. You have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings. A wisdom seeker and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. I am perceptive. And on the back of the deck, ooh, and we have this 8. That's definitely meant for you guys. We have, you have a zest for life and are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. I am adventurous. And finally, we have 888. As you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow in areas of your life and creating a place for abundance. I am abundant. So there were a lot of 8s here, so I was like, oh, that's definitely meant for you guys. But I definitely could see here, you know, maybe for you, this is pile 1 is an extension. Gosh, this heart just like doesn't want to chill, does it? But I definitely feel like these are 2 people who've had a lot of time to see where maybe like they weren't being their authentic selves and kind of understand themselves. And I think more than anything, what this person wants you to know is that while they're still very afraid of this connection and they're afraid of what it can be, I feel like they're open to it for real and they really want to see where it can go. Let's get you some letters and numbers to finish off. So pile 2, please, Spirit. Oh my God, okay. No, that's just not right. All right, okay. I can't, this is the entire alphabet and all of the What the fuck, Spirit? That's also just probably me. They're like, well, that's your fault that you weren't holding the entire bag. So we're going to redo that really quickly because this is just way too much. Okay, well, these are still there, so we're going to take them. So we have a P, an O, and or not an O, a 0, a T, and an L. So with the TL, that makes me think of like timeline. So potluck as well is like one thing that I'm seeing, or maybe just pot in general. Okay, Spirit, letters and numbers, please. All right, I can deal with that, but that's still a lot. Okay, so let's see. We have VCR. We have VCR, U, we have B, we have 2 H's, we also have 2 L's, so double letters could be significant here. We have 2, oh fuck, we have 4 H's. Oh my gosh, so we got a lot of H's here. We have an N. Maybe you make this person laugh a lot, or they make you laugh a lot, or something like that. We also have a K. So we have 2 N's as well. We have 2 1's. We have a Y. We have a K. I feel like with this YK, it's like you know already. We have 2 0's. We have a 5. We have 3 6's or 3 9's, which honestly, I'm going to take it as 999 because it does kind of seem like you both are on this threshold to like a new beginning. You've got this abundance, or hopefully you're getting that abundance, and you know, now it's time for these changes to take place, whatever they may be. We have also 2 1's as well. But yeah, we've got tons here. Clearly this message was meant to apply to a lot of people, but like, I mean, most of the bag spilled out. So I was like, I'm not gonna take that. The Spirit still brought out a lot. So hopefully you can see some types of initials, but we've got a lot of repeating ones in this. So that's definitely being stressed, is that there's definitely a lot of like repeating numbers in here and shit. So pile 2. I am going to leave you guys here. Thank you guys so much for watching this all the way through. If you did, definitely let me know down in the comments how it resonates. I would love to hear. If you haven't already and you would like to, I would love it if you subscribed, and make sure to click that little bell if you haven't, to be notified whenever I upload. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you left this video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for letting me read your cards. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night whenever it is that you're watching this, and I hope you'll come back and see me again soon. Bye! Hi there, pile 3. If you guys chose this strawberry quartz, this is, and the Edgar Allan Poe tarot, this is going to be your reading on what your person wants you to know. So I am shuffling everything on camera today, including tarot and oracles, which is why you see this big ass stack over here. We are going to see what your person wants you to know at this time, and then we will do channeled messages, and then we will look at some advice for you, and then we'll look at letters and numbers. So we've got a lot today. I've already shuffled the oracles pretty well, so I'm not going to shuffle them on camera. Same with these, but I like to make sure that they're good and shuffled. One thing I do want to say as well is these readings are always timeless, so unless stated otherwise. So if you happen to come upon this reading much later in the future, don't worry about it. It came at the time it was meant to find you. So let's go ahead and start and see, Spirit, what does pile 3's person want them to know at this time? Okay, we have the 5 of Swords coming out. What does pile 3's person want them to know at this time? Okay, we have the King of Wands. What does pile 3's person want them to know at this time? What's pile 3's? Yeah, this card's calling me. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. And on the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so I'm going to get clarifiers for all of these now. So, Spirit, can you clarify the Five of Swords for me, please? Okay. Which way do you want to go? You want to be upright? Okay. All right, so we have Death, upright, clarifying the Five of Swords. Let's see, with the King of Wands, Spirit, can you clarify the King of Wands for me, please? Hierophant. Okay, so can you clarify the Ace of Swords then for me, please, Spirit? Clarify the Ace of Swords for me. Okay, so the Seven of Swords. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. And actually underneath that, we have the Emperor. So Mr. Edgar Allan Poe is saying, hello, pile 3. Okay, so let's get your oracles now that we have these out of the way. So we're going to start, I guess, with the Iris Oracle. We're going to see, Spirit, what does pile 3's person want them to know? Okay, so on the back of the deck, we have Puppet and we have Green, 78 and 48. We also, from the Soul's Journey Oracle, Spirit, what does pile 3's person what do they want pile 3 to know? So we have Judgment and we have Love. Let's see. So this is the Oracle of the Unicorns deck. Spirit, what does pile 3's person, do they want pile 3 to know? All right, T. On the back of the deck, we have Beloved. Congrats, you guys get 3 cards. We have Awareness, Beloved, and Possibility. Okay, I'm gonna put these guys here. The hardest part is like knowing how to place all these cards. So this might look like a Mod Podge, a smorgasbord of cards, if you will. Finally, from the Energy Oracle, Spirit, what does pile 3's person, what do they want pile 3 to know? What do they want pile 3 to know? Okay, so we have Caring Connections, and we have a woman holding a coin. Okay. Similar energies today, guys. I'm going to be honest. If you felt drawn to any of the other piles, I would definitely say any of the piles previously. Not sure about pile 4 because obviously I haven't gotten there yet, but getting a lot of similar energies today. And I would say that if you felt called to this pile, you might have felt called to some of the earlier ones, but it's absolutely fine. You don't have to be. What does this person want you to know? Okay, so we have Scorpio energy here as well as Taurus. And Taurus and Scorpio are both fixed signs, which I think is very fitting because this person does have a very fixed idea of love and relationships and who they are. So with this Five of Swords here, I feel like this person most likely betrayed you in some way, or they acted selfishly within this connection and they ended things and probably left you feeling a bit scorned. And I think one thing that they want you to know right off the bat is that whatever decision they made, they ended up shooting themselves in the foot, essentially. With this King of Wands here, they could definitely be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. This person had... Okay, well, first of all, like, this image of this King of Wands is, like, intense. And with this Hierophant here, this person is always trying to do what's best for them. But in the process of doing that, I do feel like they create a lot of destruction and a lot of damage. And I feel like they were only able to see the consequences of their actions or the level of their destruction after they had already acted upon what they did. And what's interesting is that they have clarity on how they were acting. This message, what's funny is that, well, obviously this situation isn't funny, but I do see similarities. Like if you were drawn to any of the first two, I see similarities here, but the message is coming through here so clearly that there's no other way to interpret it. Like in the other two, I was like, okay, I could see how you could interpret it this way or that way, and I'm like, nah, this is exactly this is so clear. This person wants you to know that they realize just how much they were playing themselves when they thought that they were playing a game, essentially. They have a lot more conscious awareness of their actions than they once did. And with this Knight of Cups here, with this Three of Swords, I feel like this person was really scorned in the past by somebody else. And I think that they continued this cycle by doing exactly what either exactly what this person had done to them onto you, or they were acting out of fear and acting from a broken heart. So they were being very strategic about how they were acting because they were already very hurt and they didn't want to get hurt. And I think what really scared them was that they did have these romantic feelings towards you and they could see something real here. But I feel like part of them knew that they weren't ready for this. And I think part of them was in this well, first of all, they didn't feel whole. They felt, and I think that your energy really intimidated them. With this woman holding a coin, you don't have to be a woman, but I do feel like this person was maybe intimidated by your status or what they perceived you to have. And I feel like they had some sort of complex where despite how much they cared or still do care for you, they were very afraid of giving their power away and being manipulated. They didn't want to be someone's puppet again. And I think at one point in time, they were somebody's puppet. And I think that this person, because they were in such a place of hurt, they viewed your life as perfect. They viewed it as like, well, why would they need me? And so they had this very strategic game where like it seems like they weren't even ever planning on showing you their heart, because they were like, this person assumed that you would reject them anyway. Like they were like, well, I'm not going to open my heart up to them, like, because they're just going to reject me anyway. And in this prideful state of theirs, they ended up creating a lot of destruction. And they understand it, that they were the catalyst for whatever happened here, for whatever this ending was. But death often talks about rebirth. And this person has clarity now on how they were acting from a broken, unhealed heart. And I feel like you probably felt these things. You probably knew these things. And I think what this person wants you to know is that they still care about you and they intend on showing you this if they haven't already. I would be shocked if they haven't. But maybe they're waiting for the opportunity. It's like they want to come charging back forward. They know that there's something deeper here. They know that there's something real here. But they had to create a lot of destruction in order to do that. And I'm just going to be honest about what I'm feeling, you guys. I'm literally feeling like those butterflies, those knots in my stomach. And like, I feel like you both kind of know that there's something more here. And neither of you have stopped caring about one another. I'm intrigued to see what pile 4 is going to talk about, because the first 3 piles have been kind of saying the same thing. And now I'm like, shit. Now this is exactly why I shuffled everything on camera, so that people give me like, you just fucking pick these cards out. I'm like, I don't have anything to gain from that. But this person has a lot more awareness than they once did. And I feel like this Five of Swords really goes to show how discombobulated this person was and how they went about things and their behavior and how they acted. They had no idea what they wanted. And they were honestly not in a good place at all. And I think that they were really acting immaturely, and they recognized that. And they, like, I feel like this person maybe when started as a Knight of Wands and maybe is upgrading to a King of Wands, but the King of Wands is close to Spirit. And so I feel like what Spirit is saying is that this person, like, literally, oh, chills. I just heard in my head, like, things were always meant to happen like this. Because if this connection is meant to be, which, let's be clear here, you always have free will, and if you don't want this person, you don't want the situation, you do not have to accept it. But I do feel like this person wants you to know that they have a lot more awareness of their feelings than they once did. And I feel like they were not able to recognize what was in their heart because it was literally broken, and they felt so betrayed. And so they were so busy playing a game and making sure that their ego wasn't bruised, or that they weren't rejected, or that you couldn't reject them, that they played the shit out of themselves. Because you're not here. You're not on this chessboard. You weren't playing a game. You were being authentic. And they realize that now. They were playing chess with themselves. And so all these swords, it's like they literally cut themselves up and perpetuated this cycle on you. And I feel like they're coming back for vengeance. Like, this is totally Papa John. Like, the day of reckoning will come, but it's not pizza. It's like, I'm hearing your ass, but like, okay, that's dirty and we need to chill, Spirit. I think they just mean they're coming. I want to say they're coming for your heart. They're coming for a second chance, and they might not have it, and they're kind of fully aware of that. They're trying to live in the moment, truthfully. And I think that they're learning now that they misjudged you, and they misjudged your position on them. It's like they rejected themselves for you so that you couldn't reject them. Because I think they viewed you as somebody, one, not only that they admired and that they had feelings for, so even though they wanted to admit them, or despite how much they didn't want to admit them, but one, I think freedom is very important to this person. You know, with this King of Wands energy, I would not be shocked if this is really tied in with pile one, especially because we had the King of Wands pop out there as well, and the King of Swords in reverse. So I think that this person, you know, is kind of shocked that you still are even open to them if you are. And they're learning how to see through the eyes of love rather than through the eyes of hatred or the eyes of scorn. And I think that they're realizing, like, I feel like they assumed you had nefarious intentions, because who would want anything to do with them? And the way that they viewed you, they assumed that, like, everything was going for you and that you were just fine. And, like, I feel like what this person didn't realize is that they were so busy wallowing in their own pain that they could not realize that you were almost kind of in the exact same situation as them. And not only were feelings reciprocated, which I'm assuming they might not have been, but I feel like for a lot of you they were. Not only were feelings reciprocated, but I feel like you were very understanding towards this person and very giving towards this person and very, like, hands off with this person, because I feel like you could tell that they needed space and they needed healing because they clearly were going through something. You're like, okay, buddy, like, you're over there playing chess by yourself. Like, I'm just, like, trying to watch TV or something. Like, you're clearly you've got your own little game going on. And I think part of you knew, like, things, like, had to end. And I think that didn't change your feelings, but at the same time, you knew your worth and you knew your value. And so I think that whatever happened here, you made the decision to walk away, and I think Spirit was saying that was the right decision, because this person had to go through their own process to realize, oh yeah, I definitely was playing myself there. Like, and I think the biggest way that they played themselves was denying themselves the opportunity to have love, to have real love, and like deny their own feelings, because I feel like they viewed love as a trap, and they're very afraid of that. I'm also on this. I'm seeing Sunday, June 20th, Sunday, June 21st, and Sunday, June 22nd. I don't know if there's a Sunday on a June, but maybe something is happening in terms of timing around the end of June for the both of you. But with possibility, awareness, and beloved, and then also judgment and love, and then green and caring connections, this person is changing how they feel about you. And I feel like they're realizing that they misjudged you. I feel like they didn't even give you the chance to express yourself before you made your own decisions about what this was, or what this could be, or what this couldn't be. And I think that even through their clarity, they're realizing that their feelings, maybe they've healed this harder, they've healed it a lot more, and they're realizing that their feelings for you just keep growing, and that they're gonna have to come back, and it's like spiritually they're being called to readdress the situation, and bring about some type of rebirth, and put the past in the past, because I feel like this person wants you to know how fragmented they were. But like now they can like ride a horse and shit, and they're like setting everything on fire. So that's pretty cool. And what comes with destruction is a fresh slate for growth. And so I feel like this person wants to release the past. This beloved says, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. And so while that might not mean like this person is like coming forward with an engagement ring or something, it's like they could see you as a partner. Like they care about you a lot, and they know that you don't have malicious intentions towards them. I think that because other people have had malicious intentions towards them, and because they put you on a pedestal, they assumed that the only way you would be into them is if you could manipulate them in some way or take something from them. And so it's like they were on guard, and they created this distance. Essentially they created a lot of problems, and now it takes two to tango, and like we're looking at their energy, not yours. So I mean, it's going to be different for every situation, but this person really did like play the shit out of themselves. And I think with awareness, they're just only starting to realize, because we got to think fire signs, big egos, and there's nothing wrong with having, I mean, ego is important because it helps, but it can also hurt. And I think in this case, this person needed a really big ego because their heart was so hurt, and they really were not in a place or in an energy to face a lot of those things. But I think now they've matured their energy. They have a lot more awareness. They're living in the moment, and they're open to new possibilities, and they have a much fresher perspective on their behavior and how they were acting. And so I think that they are realizing how limited their perspective was, and they're kind of being open to the possibilities here. They want to be open to the possibilities here. They want you both to be open and authentic. They know that you don't have intentions to manipulate them. You're not being malicious, and I think they want you to know how much they care about you. So I feel like if you're not talking to this person, it's likely they'll be reaching out to you, or they might want to make some type of gesture here, because I feel like it's very hard for them to sit with what they've done in the past. And I feel like honestly, like this death card and this woman holding a coin, it's like they almost have the same look about them and the same expression. Like they're just waiting. They're like, yeah, okay, we can move forward, but like you gotta apologize, or you gotta come forward with like what happened here. Like I'm not gonna just pretend like none of that didn't happen. I'm willing to put it in the past, but like we got to be open and authentic here. So I feel like this person is having awareness of what they need to do about the situation, and I feel like they want you to know that the reasons behind what they did had nothing to do with you. It was all to do with them and how they were feeling about themselves. And a huge self-love deficit is one of the biggest things, but also that their feelings were definitely real, and that they didn't want to admit they were real because their heart was still in such a heartbroken place. But now they can look back and they can realize that, they acted out of fear. And I feel like they're saying that they're open to new possibilities as so long as you are, and that they still care, and that you know, they still see you as somebody very worthy and honestly still maybe out of their league, but I feel like they have more confidence to try, whereas before, which I'm about to grab channeled messages, and literally on the back of the deck we have I am such an idiot. So I definitely feel like this person has awareness of where they done messed up. But we're gonna get some channel messages now and see what they would say to you. And so what I like to say with channel messages is, you know, just remember, it doesn't apply, let it fly. We do have, this is a general reading, so some messages might be for some people and some might not be for others. So like I said, just do what's right for you. But we're going to see, Spirit, what does pile 3's person, what do they want to say to pile 3? And I'm actually going to take those because I'm feeling called to. Yeah, they were a fuckboy in the past, and they know it. They know it. They were like, and I think that it was like an ego thing for them. It's like, this is a type of person. I'm hearing that quote about how sex is like pizza, which, speaking of Papa John's. Okay, you know, it's like when it's bad, it's still good. It's like this person was doing it not because they like genuinely enjoyed it. It's just they wanted that power, and they liked feeling the power of like, I'm in control, like I'm making the moves here. And yeah, that's a big thing. I miss the good times we shared. Yeah, I feel like this person is really nostalgic about it. How can I ever repay you? And I stalk your social media. And then we also have I feel you at the soul level, which was like so scary to them that they were like, they just had to go into fuckboy mode because they're like, because first of all, what if they were like, I feel this deep connection to you, and this person that they put on a pedestal like laughed at them or like said like they didn't feel the same way. I think because they were already so heartbroken in the past and they'd already been overcoming so much, it's like they could not handle that. And clearly this person has a lot they want to say to you because the channel messages are coming out in spades. And look what's on the back of the deck. I want to be on your level. Like, yes, that's literally exactly. I don't know who I am anymore. And look who wanted to pop out. I am such an idiot. Yeah, that was definitely meant for you guys. You are the sweetest person I know and love at first sight. So this person definitely could have been attracted to you right off the bat. They could have definitely been into you right away. And so it's like very scary for them because I feel like this person typically in the past could just move forward and like accept their actions. But I think the severity of this connection and how deep it may be, it's like they have to address something before you two either move on without each other or move forward together. But I feel like this person is like coming back with a vengeance. Like they're like, I have to fix this. Like I have to torch the past. Because they do miss you a lot. And I feel like they recognize now like your sweetness or like the kindness that you treated towards them wasn't a facade. It was genuinely you, and like you weren't trying to. Honestly, you were just a lot more secure in yourself and what you wanted than this person was. And I feel like that really triggered them, like in a way. Like it really tested their ability to be cool about things. I guess I'm pulling this deck first. I just cut the deck and we have 555. A major shift is about to come into your life. I am optimistic. So we'll see if that guy comes out, but I still felt compelled to show you it no matter what. But we are just going to shuffle now. Okay, well that one wants to come out. We'll take it, but I'm going to shuffle you guys some other ones as well. So Spirit, what angel numbers and affirmations do you want to give to pile 3? What do you want them to know at this time? Okay, why are all of these coming out? I guess Spirit just has a lot to say. Then I just must have been mindlessly shuffling, but like I guess I should just take all of them in case they're meant for you. Okay, so to start, we have 444. Trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. I am protected. But we also have master number 44. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. We also have 66. Your guardian angel is teaching you the essence of unconditional love. You are encouraged to have faith that the universe will provide for you while you are manifesting your inner desires. I am positive. Oh my God, this came out. Okay, okay. This came out in another pile. 777. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is a part of your purpose, a state of peace and calmness in your soul. I am in the flow. We also have 99. It is time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. I am courageous. And on the back of the deck, we have number 30. I am imaginative. You are an original, innovative thinker, an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using your creativity to convey your ideas. Your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. I am imaginative. So yeah, what's really interesting is like, first of all, I've been shuffling this deck first for each of the piles, but I use humor to hide my feelings. So that might be a sign for some of you. I was just trying to take these out of the way, but okay, come on, let's go. You are absolutely stunning. So I want to take control of this connection. Yeah, it definitely seems like something they want to do. Okay, and I want you just like popped out as I was trying to get all of these. So I feel like this person, their energy is kind of like fire right now in terms of it's uncontrollable and kind of mindless, because like I wasn't even cognizant of the fact that I was like shuffling 70,000 cards. So I feel like this person's energy is like really intense, and I think that if you can feel this person coming, you're absolutely right about that. If you can feel it now, Mr. Krabs, like you are correct. Like this is totally the energy. I had something about career pop out, but like it, I didn't start shuffling, so I'm not going to take it. But Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 3 when it comes to this connection? What do you want them to know? Pile 3, please, Spirit, what do you want them to know at this time? Okay, so on the back of the deck, it says sign. This card brings you the validation you have been seeking. This is a sign to take action on whatever it is you have been contemplating. Oh, so the career card was definitely meant for you. Career. Your career holds an exciting, positive energy around it right now. Expect miracles. We also have relax. Everything is okay. Everything is working out perfectly, and this situation will resolve effortlessly. Expect miraculous solutions to unfold. And then finally, forgive. Whether in a person or in your mind, forgive and move forward. The only person you're hurting by holding on to resentment is yourself. Yeah, I definitely think that's important. And for this person, I feel like there is a level of forgiveness that needs to be extended here. In order for it to move forward, that's kind of like with that fire, like destroying everything. So yeah, I definitely think all of these messages came out for a reason, and then obviously you can do whatever you feel called to do, but these are the cards I'm being given. So let's get some letters and numbers for you guys now. So pile 3, Spirit, and don't be worried if you don't see your name, like your initials. If like this message is resonating, it's meant for you. So okay, so we have an M or a W. So we have me. So maybe Spirit is saying, you know, just focus on you and everything will fall in the right time. The Met Gala could be significant, or maybe like Mets, like baseball, or maybe you both live in a metropolitan area, or one of you do. I'm also seeing EMT. So maybe somebody is like an emergency medical technician, which if you are, thank you. That's a very important job, and I could not imagine. We also have F. You know what I'm seeing with this is FOMO. I feel like this person has like, if they see your stories, if you guys have like mutual friends, they might experience like FOMO, or they, I feel like they don't want to miss out on an opportunity to be together. And I feel like something with this broken 5, like something had to break within them for them to change. The same with that 5 of Swords. This is broken, so yeet. But we have tons of 5s. So we had 5, 5, 5, and we had that 5, 5, 5 that was showing up. But we also have 17, or just 7, 5. So yeah, we have those 2 5s. Oh no, yeah, so we had a 5, 5, 5, 5. But because I threw away the broken 5, we just have 5, 5, 5. So we still got 5, 5, 5, no big deal. And then, let's see, we have a 6 or a 9, however you want to view that. 6, 7, 9 could be a relevant song here. But then we have that 0. Trying to think of like anything else I see. They might want you to be mine, or pets could be significant in this connection. Yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing. So pile 3, I'm gonna leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for watching this all the way through. If you did, definitely let me know down in the comments how it resonates. If you liked this video, I would love it if you left a like if you haven't already. And if you would like to see more readings from me in the future, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. And if you would like to be notified every time I upload, make sure you hit that little bell as well. Thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards. I hope that this helped. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night whenever it is that you're watching this, and I hope you'll come back and see me again soon. Bye! Hi there, pile 4. If you guys chose this coffee calcite and the tarot and Wonderland, this is going to be your reading on what your person wants you to know. So I'm shuffling everything on camera today. So tarot, oracles, channel messages, advice for you, whole shebang. The messages have definitely been interesting so far. So I'm curious to see what pile 4 will look like. As usual, just remember to take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. And if you are having trouble, be sure to visualize this person. If you're having trouble like figuring out who this person is, if you didn't have this particular person in mind, or you're not sure if it's them, I would just ask Spirit for a sign, whether it's a number, an animal, a specific card, whatever it may be, to kind of just help give you a better idea of who this person is, or confirm that this message is for you. With that being said, there is always a possibility that maybe there are no messages here for you. So don't be afraid if you feel like the message isn't resonating, you don't have to commit to anything. But we are just going to see what your person wants you to know. I'm gonna cut it one more time. These messages are timeless, by the way, so whenever you find them is when you are meant to see them. So, Spirit, what does pile 4's person, what do they want pile 4 to know at this time, please? Okay, so to start, we have death. What does pile 4's person? Okay, we have the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, and the Star. Then we are going to get clarifiers for the rest of these. Scorpio and Aquarius energy seen here. So Spirit, can you clarify the death card for me, please? Okay, I see that one wants to come out. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. All right. Can you clarify the 6 of Swords for me, please? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Got the 2 of Wands for me, please, Spirit. We have the Empress. And on the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups underneath the Star. Okay. So this is interesting because right off the bat, we see similar cards here to some of the other piles. All of the piles have been kind of similar, if I'm going to be honest. So I'm definitely curious to know how this resonates, but we're going to keep shuffling oracles before I say anything for sure. So Spirit, what does pile 4's person, what do they want pile 4 to know? Body as a house and green again. Oh my goodness. There's just like... All I can say is that this video definitely won't be for everyone because it's going to take some discernment on your end of knowing what messages are for you. Okay, so Spirit, what? Okay, so we have the Thinking Woman and the Angel of Strength. We're going to look at the Soul's Journey Oracle. Actually, I'm going to do one just little riffle shuffle so that I can feel like I did everything. Okay, Spirit, what does pile 4's person, what do they want pile 4 to know at this time? What do they want pile 4 to know at this time? Okay, so we have pride. And we have envy. And then finally, from the Oracle of the Unicorns, we are going to see what they want to say there. There's a lot of solar plexus energy here. So Spirit, what's this pile 4's person? What do they want pile 4 to know? What do they want pile 4 to know, please? Okay, so we have possibility and we have intention. So, oh my goodness. So this is definitely like, if you felt drawn to any of the other piles, it's quite likely there's messages there for you as well. If this message does not resonate, if you feel called to another pile, you can try that pile, but I'm going to be honest here, a lot of the messages are similar. And so I don't know if there's a shift in like collective energy, or Spirit has very specific messages, or what it is, but I'm honestly kind of surprised at how similar these messages are. But we're just going to go ahead and start. We're going to start with Death and the 8 of Wands. I feel like this person wants you to know that, like, I definitely think that this is somebody that you have had a connection with in the past. This person wants you to know that this ending, whatever happened in the past, came really fast for them. If you were the one that ended things or moved away from things, they were definitely pretty bummed about it, but they were accepting of it. Or whatever this, if they ended things, I feel like Spirit's just indicating to me that like things fizzled out or things ended in this connection like really fast. And maybe you were together for a while, or like things happened between one another for a while. You were in like a situationship or something for a while, but it kind of just seems like whatever happened here, things ended really quickly. And this person is saying that they've tried their best to move forward without you. With this Knight of Cups here, like, the biggest thing that I'm feeling is just so much uncertainty about their future, because they ideally want to see their future with you. They see the possibility of it, and I feel like they're trying to figure out how to be clear with their intentions. They could be wanting to take action towards a rebirth with this Death card here and move to calmer waters. You know, if this connection ended on a sour note, or in a place where neither of you were happy with it, I do feel like this person is saying that even if it looks like they've moved on, they still do think about those times. They still do think about the past, and they do still feel those feelings. Like, I feel like this candle was blown out too soon. And I feel like this person has tried to do their best to just keep moving forward. And honestly, the reason why I get like you were the one to end it, you the viewer, is because I feel like this person only moved on because circumstances said that they had to. Like, so clearly, obviously, this person would be like, oh, okay, you know, if you, pile 4, if you don't want this connection, if you don't want this, then I've got to move forward. But if you didn't end the connection, then maybe there's just factors outside where maybe you both mutually agreed to end things, or things just, you both were going in different directions and things were changing. But I feel like this person, despite how much growing and how much changing they've done, like, this person could have moved away from where you both were. This person could have moved on, or maybe tried to move on. I feel like this person feels a lot of frustration, because I feel like they haven't been able to just be open and authentic about what they truly see with you. And I think that's partially because they've been very afraid of that. They've been very afraid of being honest about how it is that they're feeling, and they've been very afraid of being honest about what it is that they want. Because I feel like this person even has a hard time being honest about what they want, because sometimes they don't know what they want. But I feel like with this Two of Wands here, it's like they've been discovering, and it's like they keep looking back, like they keep hoping, like maybe you will be in their rear view mirror, or maybe you'll catch up to them, or maybe you'll be on the same path. It's like this person wants you to know that they haven't given up hope that you two won't either like end up together, or that like you two could bring about emotional fulfillment in one another. I feel like at first this person was too prideful to be honest about their feelings for you. And with this, the thinking woman and the angel of strength, I feel like this person, one, is the type of person who doesn't really like to admit when they have feelings. I feel like this person, you know, definitely could be like Aquarius energy, but I also get Virgo with the thinking woman. What else is ruled by Mercury? Gemini. So this person could be like they could have Gemini placements, or Virgo placements, or Aquarius placements. But I feel like they definitely overthought this connection, and they overthought, like, I feel like they've overthought it to the point where they're just very afraid of anything and everything relating to this connection. And I feel like they just keep hoping that this situation will happen naturally, and like things will get fixed naturally. But I feel like they're realizing that they have to take action towards this connection in order to see something change. And so I feel like they're thinking about making moves, like legitimately moves towards this connection. Maybe they've already gotten the ball rolling. Maybe you're already communicating with this person. Maybe you're making plans with this person, but if you're not talking to this person, I definitely feel like they're planning on getting the ball rolling here. And I'm just going to be honest, if you're watching this video hoping to see anything about a new connection, I was really not picking up on a lot of new connections here. I could see it potentially maybe in some of the piles, but like for this one, for sure, this is past energy completely. And I'll take that siren as a sign that Spirit agrees with me. And I feel like if this is something that has been like on your mind, it's been on their mind a lot too. I think this person also was maybe very afraid. Like they might have very jealous tendencies, or they might be the type of person who, I feel like they always, that like they want to be around you more, and they want to like be in your circle more. And I feel like if, no matter who you're attracted to, they like are envious of anybody who you could potentially like be with or be attracted to. Like they're really jealous. It doesn't matter what gender they are. Just with this thinking woman, I feel like they just overthink a lot. 47 could be significant, or like 47, something like that. And what's this? Yeah, Angel of Strength 50. So Leo, there could be some Leo energy here, definitely with pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I feel like this person really wanted to be maybe more open. It was kind of funny, honestly, is like the figure in both of these look kind of similar. But I feel like this person, they really like, they felt like admitting their feelings for you, or like admitting anything would be weakness. So they've had a lot of pride in their ability to detach from their emotions and look at things logically. But I feel like they realize that they're looking for something that they're never going to find in anyone else. Or maybe that's just their perception, maybe that's not reality. But I feel like this person has tried to go their own way. They've tried to move on. They've tried to be open to all different possibilities. And it's like the more that they move forward, the more that they realize, like, maybe the reason why they can't fully detach from you or detach from these emotions is because there's meant to be something more here. And with this angel of strength, I think that there is this divine nature to this connection where this person is trying to figure out how to have the confidence in themselves to be more honest about their feelings and be more honest about what it is that they want and their intentions. I feel like this person wasn't honest about their intentions at first, and I feel like they could have made it seem like their intentions were just very casual, even though they felt really deeply. I'm hearing ringing in my right ear. Maybe it's a sign, maybe it's tinnitus, who knows. But I heard ringing in my ear before I was like getting ready to read for this pile. So I definitely think ear ringing, maybe you get clairaudient messages. Honestly, truthfully, it's kind of annoying. Like that, how much it's like almost like I can't even hear myself think. And so maybe the intensities of these energies have gotten to this point where this person can't even listen to what they think because they think so much. It's that they're learning that they're going to have to start going off of what they feel and what they want to take action towards. I think this person just really has a hard time. They think about things to the point where they're so deconstructed or so abstract that they're not even real. And I feel like this person is starting to fully come into themselves in a way that they weren't really before. Like with body as a house, I feel like this person really just existed in the mental body and probably in a very anxious way. And I feel like this person has really been keeping themselves in the dark by not acknowledging their feelings towards this situation, which is why they're starting to. With this star here, I feel like this person has hope for the future of this connection, and they're learning how to let go of their pride. And I feel like they might even admit to being like jealous or envious of like other people if you're with someone else or they see you with someone else. They don't want to. I feel like there's a part of them that's like, maybe both of you are trying to make each other jealous or do something like that. But with this green card here, this is the last card in this oracle deck. And this literally talks about, well, first of all, green is the color of the heart chakra, and we have tons of green here. But also, this person, like the green card talks about growing so wild that no one can tame it, no one can tame you. And I feel like that's really representative of this person's feelings for you. And I think they're realizing, they're aware now that their feelings aren't going anywhere and that they can go anywhere, they can do anything, they can explore anywhere, but those feelings are still going to be lingering there. And I feel like this person is tired of living a lie, is like kind of what I'm hearing. And they know that like while this connection feels very safe in their head, like they'd rather just think about it and maybe fantasize about it than make it real. They're realizing now that if they want to be truly satisfied, not only do they have to have confidence in themselves, because like, let's be real here, you could reject this person, you could maybe not want this person, you could not be interested in this, and they're recognizing that they need to have the strength and the confidence in themselves to know that even if they are rejected, that they'll be okay and it's not a bearing of their worth. But they're realizing this connection is worth attempting to ground and be clear with their intentions, because even if they are rejected, at least they'll know, and then they can move forward onto their actual emotional fulfillment. But if you want this just as much as they do, I feel like this is a sign from spirit saying, you know, this person is open to the possibilities here. They're open to what this could be. And I feel like they're coming in and they want to be clear about their intentions. They want to ground this connection into something real. They don't want it to just be a could have, would have, should have type situation. They're learning how to let go of their pride and just be honest. I feel like this person is tired of seeing other people have this emotional fulfillment in these connections. This person wants this connection, but I think that this person is very specific about who they want this connection with, and I think that's you. You might not feel the same way, and that's absolutely okay, but that's kind of where this person is, and that's what they want you to know, is that they're growing right now, and I do feel like there should be movement towards this connection. But now I am reading energy, so energy is different from actions. You know, you can feel energy towards something and still take actions that are the opposite, but just remember that words can lie and actions can lie, but energy does not lie. And this person's energy is really telling, because I think that they are kind of like dying for a rebirth in this connection. It's possible there's been some time apart, and I think that this person just like wants to see you again and wants to like remember that you're real, because I think that they have this idea of like, I feel like they think about you so much, or they like overthink about this situation so much that they're like, is this situation like even real? Like, was this person even real? Like, did this even happen? Like, do I even have feelings? Like, am I even a person? Is this real life? Like, they're very just like, they're very unsure of themselves. They're unsure of what this is. And I feel like they have a hard time trusting themselves, because I do think they have this tendency to idealize things and get lost in fantasies. But I think that they know that this isn't a fantasy. I feel like at first they might have begrudgingly moved forward because they were like, oh, well, I guess, you know, you didn't feel that way, or like this wasn't meant to be or whatever. And then now they're like coming back to it, and they're like, okay, I've tried to move on. I've tried to move forward. All this stuff has happened. And I still like keep looking back. I still keep thinking about this person. I still keep thinking about what could have been. Maybe the recent full moon in Virgo really opened this person's heart up and really opened. Oh my God, I just cut this deck and I have so much I want to say to you. And I feel like this person does have like so much that they want to say to you, because the card came out. But also, I feel like they're just finding the strength to be able to speak their authentic truth and not care about what the outcome may be, and just trust that like they'll feel better if they speak their truth about this situation. But let's see what their truth is. But with channel messages, I do always like to say, you know, take what resonates. There are tons of messages in here. So Spirit, what does pile 4's person, what do they want to say to pile 4? I haven't healed. You're my type and I love it. So maybe they're saying that they haven't healed from this connection, and that you're like their type and they want to heal what's happened here. And maybe they feel like they've healed all they can by themselves, but there's no more healing they can do on their own. What else would they say? There's a lot of cards about like green, and so with this deck, I kind of like, it made me think of like pentacles and like grounding. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm taking these back because that was too many, but I'll look at these first. We have, it's always been you. I'm afraid of being codependent, and you are my everything. Yeah, I feel like this person, you know, really prides themselves on their level of detachment from others, but I think that they're learning that their level of detachment has created situations where their feelings might be misconstrued, or people might not realize the depths of their feelings or what they actually want. This distance between us kills me. Yeah, like this person wants to see you really badly. There are things I'm not ready to tell you. And I think it's that they feel really strongly for you, and that they want more here, and that they either see you as this empress, or you make them feel like this empress, and they want you to be their emperor, or they see you as the emperor. I feel like they just want growth here, and they just want things, they want things to feel natural, and like they just want things to happen the way they will. And we also have, yeah, the distance between us kills me. How can I ever repay you? And on the back of the deck, we have, I've never meant to hurt you. I was trying to figure myself out. I want to build a life with you. Our connection confuses me. Yeah, so what's interesting is that the yellow and the green messages are a lot about like, I kind of associated them with like pentacles and air energy. And so I think that this is a lot of the current energy that they're trying to overcome. Like how much can they push themselves to be honest about their feelings before their pride gets in the way and they don't want to say anything. Like this person definitely, like especially if this is something happened in the past, like if you both fired shots at each other, or like really just like did things to make the other person jealous. I think that this person probably regrets that and realizes that they weren't being very authentic. I still feel like they're just trying to figure things out, and I feel like they know they have feelings for you, but they just have no idea how to go about this, and like they want a fresh opportunity to change things here, but they don't necessarily know what they can do to change that, if that makes sense. Like they're trying to figure out what to do, and maybe they're waiting for you, or maybe they're waiting for some certain situation. I feel like it's going to be different for everybody, but this is really interesting because I almost feel like, you know, maybe pile 1 and pile 2 are connected, maybe pile 3 and pile 4 are connected, but like I can see how all of these are connected. And so I completely understand if you watch this video and you're just like, bitch, you're full of shit. I'm like, I feel full of shit. I just did 4 different readings and spent hours, and all of the messages are kind of similar, but I think that these messages are meant for specific people, and those people know who they are, and if it doesn't resonate, then that's it. But I know that these messages are meant for people, and they are giving important insight onto different things that they need to know about. But what I really see here is that this person just wants you to know that like the feelings that they had for you were not fake, and like it wasn't one-sided. Like it was definitely like on both ends, and they really overthink what to do about this. They might have a lot of anxiety about this, but I think they know, like at the end of the day, they know that there's something deeper here, and they know that they're not crazy or creating this fantasy. And like while they might be afraid of losing that fantasy of like finding out you don't feel the same way, or this kind of like going to shit, and then them feeling like kind of left in the dust. But honestly, I feel like this person is ready to take that risk anyway, because I feel like they're kind of tired of being stuck in this place of, will something happen here, or do I need to move forward? So we're gonna get some guidance for you, pile 4, and see what Spirit wants you to know, what advice they have for you. So Spirit, what do you want pile 4 to know at this time, please? Pile 4, Spirit. Okay, so on the back of the deck, we have you're appreciated. Your family and friends appreciate you more than you know. Then we have health. Treat your body with nutrients and exercise. This is important for your overall well-being right now. And we have you're protected. It's go time. You're currently being protected. The universe has your best interests at heart. Move forward and fearlessly with courage. Yeah, so if you've been feeling like making a move towards this person, this came out in another pile too. I can't even remember at this point because there have been so many synchronicities between the piles. I'm just like, it's up to you guys to figure it out. If you feel drawn to more than one, go nuts, be my guest, figure it out. But I also feel like Spirit is saying something deeper. You know, maybe if you've been feeling really distracted, you know, just make sure you're taking time for yourself. But Spirit is saying, like, you know, whatever you want, you can have, and like you can take actions towards this, but you know, just focus on your well-being. You know, don't let this situation take away from your needs as a human and things of that nature. But let's see, Spirit, what angel numbers and what affirmations are important to pile 4? What do you need them to know at this time? Okay, so we have 17. The quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent. We also have 20. You relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I am harmonious. And then on the back of the deck, we have number 15. Your love for others is powerful, and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and social nature brings you into contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. I am wise. I feel called to pull like 2 more, so I'm going to. Spirit, what angel numbers do you have for pile 4? What numbers do you want to give them? That number 9, I am compassionate. I'm just going to let another one fly out that wants to come out. Okay. I guess many more wanted to come out, but we have number 9. It's your compassion that makes you shine. You're devoted to helping the greater good and have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you're being of service. I am compassionate. Oh my God, a lot of these came out. Okay, well, I guess Spirit had thoughts. Okay, so we have 29. You are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in pictures and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. I am insightful. We have master number 55. Substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change and need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. I'm evolving. So if this sounds a lot like you as well, I think that you both are mirroring one another. And finally, we have 24. You have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. I am generous. So that's kind of funny. Is like in pile 3, I felt called to like pull a ridiculous amount of these. I feel like there's maybe some similar ones. I'm not sure though. I honestly can't remember. But we're going to get you guys some letters and numbers to finish off. So pile 4 Spirit, what letters and numbers are relevant to pile 4? Okay. So we have 0, 0, 0. I feel like this is interesting. I feel like this is like you both can ground this connection, but it has to be, you both have to come from an intention of like love. Let's see, we have a Q, we have an L, we have a C, we have an E, so maybe like Lucy. Lucy could be significant. Maybe I literally see we have Lucy, Lucy. Maybe I love Lucy. We have 3 N's, so this person could have double letters in their name, or something like that. Also have an E, we have a Q. This person could see you as a queen or a king. We also have a D and a C. And then we have a 6 and a 9, or 2 6s and 2 9s. However you want to see that. We have a lot of orange though. That sacral chakra. Ooh, we also have deny. So maybe in the past, maybe this person denied you because they were denying yourself, or maybe they felt denied. Like if you rejected them, they felt denied, so they like had to move forward. I could see a few different scenarios, but yeah, we have 2 C's, we have 3 N's. So we have a lot of repeating numbers, so there could definitely be Delaware might be significant. I know that's like DE. This person maybe could have felt like they were in the lion's den at some point when they were with you. Like they maybe didn't feel safe, or like maybe you felt that way. They're just very afraid to be open. I feel like this person really overthinks their feelings and probably at times doesn't even feel like they're worthy of good things. So I think that this has definitely been a journey and a process for them. So the fact that they've reached the point where they're now ready to be open to this and fight for this, even if it ends in failure, I think goes to show their growth, and no matter what, like they were meant to be at this point in their process. But pile 4, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. If you did, definitely let me know down in the comments below how it resonates. I would love to hear. If you have not already and enjoyed the video, I would love it if you left it a like. And if you have not subscribed already and you would like to see more videos from me in the future, I would love it if you hit that little subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to read your cards. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night whenever it is that you're watching this, and I hope you'll come back and see me again soon. Bye!